The New World Order, Bishop Grady. Man, y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News Report. No clipping, man. I'm just out here, and it's raining a little bit. But I'm going to give y'all this first headline at least, though. The Supreme Court has actually said that they are not going to take the high-stakes challenge that has reached their court against Obamacare on this, like, fast-track case that they were initially considering doing. And it would have them challenge the constitutionality of Obamacare before elections, but they decided not to do the fast track. But what it will do, though, it does allow for it to be set at another date. Just like I said, not before elections. Green War and graduation. The New World Order, Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News Report. So, Washington, D.C. is actually suing the celebrity-in-chief Donald J. Trump. Now, they're suing him because his inaugural committee had basically rented a ballroom space in Washington, D.C. It's actually at Trump Hotel. They rented the ballroom for $1 million, and it was well over market value, as was said by Tara Sheen, who's the Attorney General for Washington, D.C. Nevertheless, so that how it works, people donated to his inaugural committee, that like Gordon Sunland, for example, you know what I mean, donated to his inaugural committee, then he could be the ambassador to the United Nations. So that's another story, right? He donated to his inaugural committee. Inaugural committee basically rents the ballroom, which it said that they hardly use. Well above market value. That money goes to the Trump organization and therefore Donald Trump. Yeah, that's it. Green War and graduation. The New World Order, Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News Report. So the International Court of Justice, it's at The Hague in Switzerland, right? They basically make and take on the huge cases, a lot of times like war crimes and things of that nature. Well, they just made a decision on the state of Burma and said that Burma has to protect the Rohingya Muslims from genocide. Now, this is significant because Burma was actually, they actually sent their de facto leader, Aung San Suu Kyi, who was actually a former Nobel Peace Prize winner for actually, challenging the Burmese establishment in the military. She's actually now representing them and went to The Hague to ask the ICJ to drop the charges of genocide, which were against Burma. It's understood that they raped and killed thousands of people and forced about 700,000 people to actually flee to like neighboring Bangladesh back in 2017. So that's kind of a slap in the face to them trying to drop the genocide charge. But who's going to enforce that shit? What's going to happen? Green War and graduate. The New World Order, Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News Report. So this Monday we're expected to hear details, but it said that President Trump is looking to add more states onto his already travel ban, already enacted travel ban, which right now has Libya, Iran, Somalia, North Korea, Venezuela, and things of that nature. But now they're talking about possibly adding Nigeria, Sudan, Tanzania, Myanmar, Kyrgyzstan, Belarus, and even Eritrea. So we'll see what turns out though. Green War graduate. The New World Order, Bishop Grady. The New World Order, Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News Report. So the State Department of the United States, of course, they actually announced that they're going to issue new rules that are actually going to make it more difficult for women who are pregnant to obtain visas. Now, this is supposed to be a crackdown on immigration and what is known as birth tourism, or like having a child in another country for the purpose of obtaining citizenship in that country. So with the crackdown on that, it's really just looking like an extension of their current immigration policies, which is basically if your paperwork ain't straight, which is extremely difficult to do for some of these people and some of the conditions they're coming from, with nothing but the clothes on their back, by the way. But if your paperwork ain't right, we want you out the fucking country, straight up. Green War graduation. The New World Order, Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News Report. And yo, make sure you check out my mixtape, man. Still I Grind. It's the only one with its own Instagram page at @still_I Grind. Straight heat, man. You can catch the link too that'll let you watch the YouTube video all the way through 24-minute runtime. Straight fire, man. Check out the wave that I'm sending out through the industry, man. It's never before seen or done, so check that out. But Trump is actually planning, and he said on Wednesday that he's planning on cutting social safety net measures like Social Security and Medicare and other things of that nature. Now, keep in mind that this goes against what he was saying when he was actually made president back in 2016, where he vowed to oppose any cuts to Social Security or Medicare. Now he's talking about cutting this whole shit out. So I wonder how the anti-socialists like that shit, though. You know what I mean? Green Wall and graduation. So the New World Order, Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News report. So Trump also made the announcement that this Friday he's actually going to attend the anti-abortion March for Life that actually has a pretty extensive history. We're talking about 42 years, and then throughout his 42-year history, it's actually there's never been a sitting president to actually attend the march. So here comes Trump. And now this comes, you probably know some coincidence, but this is days after a political action group known as an anti-abortion political action group known as Susan B. Anthony list. How ironic. But they actually pledged $50 million towards Trump and any other Republican candidate that they see fit. So no wonder that he would go to such a rally to pledge his support, because I'm sure he needs them 50 M's, you know what I mean? Susan B. Anthony was someone who fought for women's suffrage and actually fought for the right of women to vote in the late 1800s. So of course it's ironic that they would also be the name of a political action group that wants to take away women's right to have an abortion. So anyway, Green Wall and graduate. The New World Order, Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News report. So I told y'all about the coronavirus that was coming out of Wuhan, China. Now, Wuhan, this area is the epicenter of this disease that is known to actually cause respiratory diseases in mammals, breathing diseases, respiratory, for you dumb motherfuckers out there, right? But also in respiratory infections in humans, but that's typically mild and it's rare, but in some rare cases it's lethal. And that's what's going on. Over in Wuhan, you've had 17 people that have actually fallen dead to this disease while infecting hundreds. Actually, it said to be like have infected 500 people. It's expanded outside of China. It's gone to it's reached Taiwan, Japan, Thailand, South Korea, and there's been a death in the United States. So the World Health Organization is going back and forth on whether they should declare a public health emergency globally. But we'll see what happens. So Green Wall and graduation. What other New World Order, Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News report. So Hawaiian Congressmember and Democratic presidential candidate Tulsi Gabbard is actually filing a defamation lawsuit against former Secretary of State and wife to former President Hillary Clinton. Now, she's doing so because Hillary Clinton actually suggested that she was a Russian asset. And in return, and now Gabbard is actually suing Clinton for $50 million, saying that accusation or that suggestion hurt her presidential campaign. We'll see how this turns out, though. $50 million is a lot. Green Wall and graduate. The New World Order, Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News report, y'all. Make sure you sign that petition. Get Donald Trump off Twitter. I'm going to tell you about all link in the video description if you're watching this on YouTube or in my Instagram account, GradyGrant716. The change all link is in the bio, lays out exactly why you should be removed from that platform with irrefutable evidence. Make sure you check it out before you start reading. Now, the World Food Program, them focusing on Central America, they're actually saying that crop shortages are actually the top reason as to why, and this driving force in this migration that's going on. Crop migration is basically what's happening where in El Salvador, in Honduras, Nicaragua, and Guatemala, you have people that are actually leaving the area because of these poor harvests. And Central America, due to extreme weather, experienced poor harvest for the 5th straight year. And this is causing people to actually leave their countries. And this was corroborated by the U.S. Customs and Border Protection, who actually said that with Guatemalans, that's like the #1 reason why they're seeking asylum. So Green Wall and graduation. The New World Order, Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News report. Got a little bit out of order. But check this out though. The rest in power though, the 26-year-old Isabel Cabanillas de la Torre. This is a 26-year-old feminist and activist. Was actually assassinated in the border city of Juarez. Now, her being a known activist and artist, and a member of the Daughters of Makila, working mothers. They're actually worker mothers, pardon me. She's actually known for having a lot of a big voice, and maybe that has something to do with the assassination. A lot of activists and women's rights advocates are calling for an investigation. They're demanding justice for this murder, and it's for the end to like femicide and the violence that's plagued the border town of Juarez ever since the 94 North American Free Trade Agreement, which they say made it the area an epicenter for like cheap manufacturing labor. So keep that in mind. That's where everything's going. Green War and graduation. To the world, though, the Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News report. So a new study came out that basically said that 43 cities across the United States are actually contaminated with PFAS chemicals. These are man-made chemicals that do not break down in the environment easily or in the human body when ingested. And that 43 cities have their waters contaminated with this shit. Now this comes as the Supreme Court has actually cleared the way for residents of Flint, Michigan to actually sue state officials over there for the lead contamination that's going on over there and still freaking going on over there. So the fact that this PFAS stuff is in the water as well shows that we really have to do something as a people. At least I'm gonna speak to my people. We really have to do something about knowing what's in our waters and being able to protect that. And shit, everybody need to get something in their house to make sure they got their own motherfucking source of clean water. For real. That's where we at though. Green War and graduation. The world, though, the Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News report. So in San Francisco, newly sworn in DA, District Attorney Chester Bowden, has officially ended cash bail. Now that is huge. That is a big deal. Ended it and basically said their office will no longer accept cash as a precondition, as a condition for someone's release before their trial. So there you have it. This is actually, they also said that this disproportionately affects poor people or people of color, and the DA office actually said it especially affects African Americans disproportionately, with African Americans 12 times more likely to pay. Pardon me, I'm saying that wrong. With African Americans paying 12 times more than their white defendant counterparts. So it's already known to be racist, classes, everything about it is fucked up. And I'm sure there's similar stats in many of the major cities around the country. But there you have the Green War and graduation. What up, Chester? The new world, though, the Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News report. So over in Indonesia, we actually have an American award-winning journalist over there, Philip Jacobson, who's actually been detained on Borneo Island, and he's facing up to 5 years in prison over there. Now, he's facing that because they said that he was engaging in journalistic activity that was not covered by his business visa. Now, this is somebody that owns a news outlet known as Manga Bay, and has already been reporting over there on the mistreatment that was going on in Borneo, and the president of Indonesia, Widodo, and his actual track record with in dealing with the environmental policies out there. So that's what's happening. Facing 5 years, that's a healthy amount of time. We'll see if Trump or the Trump administration has anything to say about this one. I want to go get ASAP Rocky, but what's going on with this though? Green War and graduation. Report of the New World, though, the Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News report. So the United Nations experts are actually officially accusing Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman of basically hacking onto the phone of Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos being the CEO, the owner of Amazon, which also owns the Washington Post. Now, I reported yesterday on how this came about. People were wondering, because basically there was a corrupt file sent by the Crown Prince to Jeff Bezos' phone that ended up extracting a lot of data. And this happened back in 2018, around when the murder of Jamal Khashoggi, a former Washington Post journalist and former Saudi Arabian citizen, where he was actually killed at a Saudi consulate and body chopped up in Turkey, in Istanbul. So that's what's happening. We'll see what it turns out. They denied that they had anything to do with it, but what does that mean? Green War and graduation.